Welcome to the debate. Our focus today is, well, it's a really profound and urgent shift happening right now in the small and mid-sized business landscape. It's all driven by AI and automation, and crucially, what this means for managed service providers, MSPs.
Right. And the central question we're tackling is pretty critical. Does the sheer speed and competitive pressure of this AI revolution demand that MSPs transform, like right now, almost overnight? Or does the complexity, the critical nature of AI deployment actually mean they need a more measured, maybe foundational approach to avoid really catastrophic risks?
Exactly. And I'll be arguing that yes, urgent transformation isn't just advisable, it's paramount. Standing still, well, that basically guarantees obsolescence in this market.
And while I absolutely see the market momentum, I'm coming at this from a different angle. I maintain that this very complexity demands a deliberate foundational strategy. The MSP's core job is reliable service and managing risk. Chasing speed without that solid base, I think that's actually a disservice to clients in the long run.
Okay, but I think calling it just market momentum maybe understates things. This feels like an unprecedented, really a defining moment. And inaction, well, it's not a neutral choice, is it? It's actively deciding to give up your market position. The data, it really confirms how fast this is moving. 88% of SMBs are already using at least one AI system. And what's more, the early adopters, they're seeing remarkable benefits. Scaling without adding headcount, achieving triple-digit returns by automating things like customer support or predictive inventory. MSPs have to evolve, and quickly, into what you might call managed intelligence providers, or MIPs. That means moving beyond just keeping the IT lights on to actively consulting on and deploying AI strategy. If they don't, they're facing, well, pretty rapid margin erosion.
That's a compelling case for the competitive pressure, I grant you that. But the path to successful AI adoption, it's just not straightforward. SMBs themselves seem to know this. 58% say they need expert partners for deployment precisely because they recognize how difficult it is. And rushing this adoption without the right foundation, well, I think that guarantees failure, not success. A sustainable transition, from my perspective, really needs 4 critical foundational elements that MSPs absolutely have to master first. You need a robust infrastructure foundation. You need rigorous data management, and that's heavy on quality and governance, not just collecting data. You need a comprehensive security framework. And finally, systems for ongoing optimization. If MSPs try to skip mastering these fundamentals just to chase those immediate returns you mentioned, they risk becoming implementers of unstable, risky technology. They'd be failing their clients right when they need complex strategic advice the most.
I hear you on the operational hurdles. I do. But the competitive clock, it's just ticking much faster than the, let's say, development cycle for perfect compliance or foundational mastery. The competitive position is demonstrably at risk now. This window for adopting these AI capabilities, it's closing rapidly. If MSPs wait for absolute methodical excellence, they simply won't be able to match the capabilities or the pricing or even the service quality of competitors who perhaps accepted an 80% solution and iterated quickly. That results in a permanent disadvantage, doesn't it? The priority, I argue, must be achieving that MIP status right now, focusing on implementing and optimizing AI solutions across the really high-value client workflows.
I'm sorry, but I just have trouble buying that level of urgency when you weigh it against the inherent increase in risk. How can an MSP whose staff right now is primarily trained in traditional IT maintenance realistically achieve true MIP status immediately? Where does the foundational data science and, crucially, the security expertise come from overnight? And beyond the skills gap, the severity of the risk is arguably directly proportional to the speed of adoption. AI isn't just an opportunity, it's also dramatically increasing both the sophistication and the speed of cyber attacks. Think about AI-driven polymorphic malware or these hyper-personalized phishing campaigns. You need a robust AI-native security framework just to stand a chance against those. Hasty deployments that lack this, well, you risk seeing AI-native cybersecurity firms completely bypass traditional MSSPs, capturing that vital security market share.
Prioritizing competitive capability while ignoring the security framework, that just seems reckless to me.
But the evidence, the tangible results, are what's driving this market movement, not just hypothetical risk scenarios. 74% of SMBs are reporting improved ability to meet critical business objectives because of AI adoption. That's happening now. MSPs have to leverage this proven ROI immediately. It's the key to becoming indispensable strategic partners, guiding the client through achieving those gains, rather than, waiting until the perfect bulletproof security system is finally in place, potentially months or years down the line.
Okay, ROI is important, obviously. But before we focus purely on those gains, we have to talk about their longevity. Are those results actually sustainable without rigorous data management? The reliability of any AI implementation hinges entirely on the quality and the accessibility of the data it uses. If MSPs just implement tools without providing that necessary data governance backbone, they're essentially building on sand. They risk operational failures down the road, things like data poisoning, inherent bias creeping in, or maybe sudden lack of data accessibility that could undermine the entire AI value proposition within months. This doesn't just risk future operational failures. It ultimately destroys the MSP's long-term value as a trusted expert.
Look, the evidence of current SMB adoption, the competitive gains being reported, it all confirms this transition is urgent. MSPs need to commit now to transforming their value proposition, moving from basic IT maintenance to active AI strategy guidance, embracing that MIP evolution. It has to happen before the opportunity is lost. The window's closing.
And I agree. The move to MIP status is necessary, but the sheer complexity, specifically the absolute need for critical infrastructure, robust data governance, and rigorous security protocols, this requires the MSP to prioritize methodological excellence over just sheer speed. The true, reliable value to the client, the sustainable value, lies in that carefully managed transformation, not a rushed one. Ultimately, we have to balance this undeniable pressure of competitive urgency with the expert due diligence that ensures operational reliability and long-term success for the client. That's the tightrope MSPs have to walk.